Former Vice President and 2020 presidential hopeful Joe Biden kicked off a bus tour across Iowa today. But the Democrat standing in the polls continues to change as we get closer to next year's elections. Kent Lutzen was in Council Bluffs and has more on what Biden is pitching to potential voters.
We're going to win this race. We're going to beat Donald Trump. And I promise you, we're going to change America for the better.
Former Vice President Joe Biden and his wife Jill are on a 660-mile road trip through Iowa with the mission to gain support.
The Bidens will be traveling on this bus over the next 8 days, going through 18 counties. All of this to rally voters 65 days out from the Iowa caucus.
The reason we named it No Malarkey is because the other guys are all lies.
The tour comes as Biden's standings has slumped in some of the top national polls. Yet Biden supporters say this is the candidate America needs.
I have heard him speak so many times about foreign policy and about our position in the world and where we ought to be and where we can be that it's overwhelming. I mean, he's got to be the choice.
We got to focus on beating Donald Trump, and Joe Biden has the experience to do so, and he is the candidate for us.
Donna Smith, the former independent voter turned Democrat in the 2016 election, says this candidate's biggest issue is currently what President Trump is saying about Biden's son, Hunter, and the investigation into his family.
Did he do it? Did they do it? I believe in Joe Biden, so I believe what I believe what he says.
The issues the campaign will be focusing on are rural health care, restoring the middle class, and helping farmers impacted by the Trump administration's trade war.
And critically, our plan recognizes that farmers, they're not looking for a payoff. They're just looking for a way to make a living. They're just looking for a way to have an opportunity so their families can make it.
A recent Iowa State University poll shows 44% of Iowa farmers are struggling to cover costs, despite the government's agriculture bailouts.
There's no reason in the world why we can't transform this country. None whatsoever, other than Donald Trump in the way.
In Council Bluffs, Kent Lutzen, 3 News Now.
And former Iowa Governor Tom Vilsack, who recently endorsed Biden, says the former vice president is the most practical of the candidates and has the experience needed to win.